Now, if you're like me, you've probably encountered this situation where the wind has either removed your grommets or torn the tarp. Now, the good news is that if you have the right stuff, you can actually repair these kind of things. So my goal here is going to be to get some strapping tape around both sides of that hole. And of course, the hope is that this is going to reinforce the tarp at that point, because it does seem to have started to tear a little bit. Now this first piece, I'm just going to round the ends of it a little bit just because it might look a little bit better, and show you that there's a couple different ways to do this. So in the case of a corner, they tend to take a lot more abuse. And you'll notice there's like a twine that goes all the way around the tarp, and what I had to do there was tie that twine in a knot. And then this time I'm going to take and put a piece of tape both directions. I'm not going to bother to round it. Honestly, I don't think you really need to do that. At this point, we want to take a look at our kit. There's some tools in it, and then both halves of the grommets. So the first tool we need is really just simply a punch, and all we do is just put a hole where we're going to want to put our grommet. Now, the interesting thing is, if you wanted to actually add grommets to this tarp, maybe you had a really windy condition you were going to use it under and you needed more holes, you could do it using one of these kits. Now, the actual grommet is really two pieces that we crimp together with the tarp in between. So there's a tool that one piece sets on. You set this tool on a solid surface, and then you put one piece of the grommet on that. We stick the tarp over that piece and put the other piece on, and then we use that other tool along with our hammer, and what that does is it just really crimps the two pieces together with the tarp in between. And there you go, just pretty much as good as new, if you will. Now I'm going to repeat that process for the corner. Essentially exactly the same thing. We put the tool down, put one half of the grommet on, put the other half of the grommet on top of that, and then bap it with our tool, and hey, there we go. We got us a brand new tarp, so to speak. So we can go camping and stay dry.